Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Mohammad Ali Rabbani. I'm part two resident of Aerospace Anatomy. Me and on the behalf of Dr. Faiza from Physiology Department, I wanted to talk to you about the practice test initiative that we want to take, and this is about the what and why of this initiative. So, what is it? It's basically a test or a series of practice tests for the subject of anatomy and physiology that will be held before the routine class test for the same subject. Um, this is it a required activity by Sims? No, not at all. I can't stress this enough. This is not a mandatory activity, and students are encouraged to take participation voluntarily only. And if you decide not to take part or you take part enthusiastically, the participation and scores will not have any influence, positive or negative, on your assessment or internal assessment in the college. So it is totally up to you if you want to take it up or not. It is only meant for self learning and it will not earn you extra points in SIMS College in any form. So, how frequently these tests will be conducted? So, your normal timeline is for the subjects of anatomy and physiology for this particular module, this is your test schedule. You know that in week 3 and 6 you have anatomy test, and week 4 and 7 you have physiology test. So you will have your sub stages on Thursday 23rd of September and Wednesday 13th of October in this module. And for the physiology, you will have your first class test on Wednesday 29th of September and second class test on Wednesday 20th of October. So what we are proposing then, about 3 days before the test, that will be Monday, tomorrow, we take a practice test of anatomy, and similarly, 3 days before the physiology test on the Sunday, and so on for the other test. So we want to take a practice test a few days, 3 days before, and preferably we want to take it on a weekend, Sunday at night. Or let's have a pilot on this date on Monday, tomorrow evening. Then we can discuss if this time is feasible for you and we can make changes if required. What will be the syllabus of these tests? The syllabus will always be a part of syllabus of the upcoming class test and it will be never more than that. So exact syllabus will be shared a few days before the actual test. For this particular test on the upcoming on tomorrow, the syllabus has been shared to you through WhatsApp group. How will I take the test? Okay, I'll take you to the screencast. So all of you have been given invitation to join a classroom. So let's see. Mm, yes. So here you have a classroom. This is a practice test initiative classroom, and here you will have assignment posted. And this is a practice post, so I have not given it a proper description and all that. It will have ideally it will have a deadline. When you open it on your PC, you will see here in under your work, you see here is a document with your name on it. This particular account is by the name of Medicos, so it is showing Medicos. So I'll open it, and this will contain your question paper and it will also serve as your answer sheet. So what will you do is here are some instructions that are given. You can read it, and these are the questions that you're supposed to solve. These will be an analytical question, of course. So here it's a simple question: name the seasons that are commonly found in your country. I'll write like this. Now write down the names of the any fruits of your liking. Okay, let's see. So this is I solved the question. Of course, when I give you anatomy questions, they will be a little more detailed and focused. So in the PC, you can see here on the upper right corner there is a turn it button. So you will turn it in. It will redirect you back to the classroom, and in the classroom, it will um, give you an option to turn it in. So you can add comment, you can talk to the teacher, and you will turn in the test. If you're through your mobile phone, it's a little different. I'll upload a separate video for that. So as far as taking the test is concerned, this is how you will do it, and you will be done taking the test. But you will have to take the test before the deadline is over. Oh, after the deadline, a few hours or a day after the deadline, you will receive an email. Okay, let me go back to the presentation. I'm getting ahead of myself here. You see that? How will these tests be checked? For these particular test checking, you have been divided into two groups, Group A and Group B. For those of you who have opened your email and joined the Google Classroom through your invitation, you will find the classroom has the name after the name of the classroom. There is a letter A or B in end of it. For example, here this particular account is in the classroom A. Practice Test Initiative, Module 3, Year 2, 2021, SIMS by Dr. Ali and Faiza. And line below, there is written A. So by this, you will know to which group do you belong. So there will be Group A and Group B. So for keeping the instruction clear, you have been added to a separate group, and as more people will join us, hopefully, they will subsequently be given invitation for alternate different groups. For each practice test, both groups will have a second method of getting checked. For each practice test, one group, let's say it's a group A, the members will be asked to check at least three test papers of their colleague before getting the grade of their own. Group A will be asked to grade the papers of their colleague, and Group B will be asked to grade their own paper. So one group will grade others, one group will grade their own paper. And in the next test, the roles will be switched. If what the group A did will be done by group B and vice versa. So let me show you how the papers will be checked by the peers. So for the group, for clarity, let's say group A. Let's say group A was assigned to do peer checking. So a few hours after the deadline of the test, group A will receive an email. Each member will receive an email, individual email from me or Dr. Faiza, like this one. So these are the three tests of your colleagues, and these will be code named. For example, here they are named as 4, 1, and 3. We will hide the name of the students. And you will, for each of the attached file, fill out the following form. You will be asked to fill out this form for each of the tests. Let's do it for one or two tests. We will see how it's done. So you will open this form in one tab, and in other tab you will open this test you want to check. So this is the submission form, and this is your email. This is the email of the person checking. File name you are reviewing. So now I am going to review this answer sheet. This is file name is number 4. So here it is number 4. Next, here the key will be shared. So the key for question 1 is name the season that are commonly found in your country. The key is these four words, 1 mark for each correct answer without spelling mistake, deduct 5 for each. So I'll see here. So there are no correct answers. There are all the spelling mistakes. So I will award score by the increments of zero point 0.5. You will award score 0 to this answer. Any feedback you want to give, this is an optional. So I want to give um, okay. You can find the answer in the textbook or any specific comment you have to give on that answer at that time. We'll go to next. You will do the same for the second question. Points for each of the responses is as follows. It is a fruit, zero point 0.1, zero point 0.5 marks. It is spelled correctly, zero point 0.5 marks. Calculate score for each of the responses and type down the total below. Postscript, you may use Google search engine for contacting. So here I am typing, otherwise I will make a drop down menu for this question as well. Let's see. So none of the words are name of the fruit, so this again will be awarded 0 marks. Any answer, if you want to give any feedback, you can give that. And this is it. This is how you will check one paper, then you will submit another response. You have checked the paper number 4, you will go to paper number 1. Let's see, it has been solved better. So I'll again write my email. My paper number I'm checking is 1, so this is 1. And then I'll choose yes, all the 4 are given, all the 4 are in correct spelling. And then the same for the fruits. The fruits are given, these are all right, so I will score, give them 6 marks. So this is how you have now checked 2 papers. Now in the similar way you will check on the last one. So for this paper, I'll paper name is number 3. So I'll write number 3 here, give 4 marks here. I'm opting not to write any comment right here. And question number 2, the answer is wrong, so I'll post 0 score here, and I'm giving no comment. So this is what I have to do. So this is all you have to do. You will have to attempt a paper, then you will have to check at least 3 papers for the person who is in the peer grading group. And the person who is in the self grading group, he will receive an email of his or her own paper along with the same form, and you will have to fill the same form for your own paper. Once the deadline for the rechecking is passed, all of the students have checked their own paper, then me and Dr. Faiza, we will analyze it and we will send you another email like this, like this. So this is how your answers will be received. So you have, for this particular paper, two reviewers check the paper. For the question one, reviewer one give you 1.5, reviewer two give you 1 marks, and this is your average score. And for the comment two, these are your average score. Of course, these are not for the one I just checked, and these are the just nonsense written, but in the form of comments. So this is how, of course, it will be a much bigger when we are talking about specific and admin questions. So this is how we intend to do this method, and let's be sure that this activity is very private, and we will try our level best that your marks will be your own to see. The reviewer will not know who he or she is grading. For that purpose, you don't write your name inside this document when you are writing this document. When you are filling this document, as you can see here, I have not added anything to indicate your name or your roll number. We will automatically learn it through the Google Classroom. So it will be anonymous bidirectionally. The reviewer will not know who he or she is reviewing. The reviewer will not know who has reviewed his or her paper, and you will receive the average marks. And the target behind this practice is that you get a chance to assess yourself, you get a chance to test your knowledge, and you get a chance to see how your colleagues and how others attempt the same question. So that's about it. Thank you so much. If you have any question or suggestion, please mention here in the WhatsApp chat. We will try to answer to the best of our ability. Okay then. See you inshallah. Allah Hafiz.